Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're welcome to another edition of the Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Colter. To my far right, we got KJ, Kevin Johnson. And in the middle,
That's right.
today's special guest, former Clemson and Indianapolis Colts linebacker.
Yeah, man.
Class of 84, Chuckie Richardson.
What up?
Chuckie Richardson.
Chuckie?
What's up? What's up? So glad to have you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's up?
So for the people that don't know you, let everybody know where you're from and a little bit about your background.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, grew up in North Carolina, Thomasville, North Carolina. It's two Thomasville. I'm the one
in Georgia. Yep.
Yeah. And my background when I graduated from before I graduated, let me back up. I went free agent to Indianapolis Colts. And then, did corporate America for 30 years. But come from a football family, man. Come from a football high school. And man, if you were to look us up in the state of North Carolina, we're the second winningest team in the state of North Carolina.
Oh man, that's big props right there. Yeah.
Named Alan Brown, and I had three older brothers that played, and they were all success. They went to college off of football scholarship, North Carolina A&T, and so man, pretty much just I guess following the footstep, but coming up. I mean, it wasn't no video game, man, other than Atari. But we was outside,
That's it, man. Outside games. Stay outside all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey. So what age you started playing football?
5th grade.
5th grade.
Pee Wee, rec league, and played with guys that was like 3 and 4 years older. Started out playing offensive guard, and little chubby kid, man. Started out playing offensive guard, and I was always physical out in the yard with my brothers, with my neighbors, with my buddies. Physical, and always used to get out in the yard, man, and imitate guys like Gail Sayers, Mercury Monroe, Dick Bucket, Bobby Bell, Larry Lanier, man, and but all them cats, man. So I'm like, you know what? Defense is where it's at. I love the hoorah from playing offense in Little League. You know what? The second year I was a fullback, and
okay,
yeah,
and they would always give me that dive for the first down, man.
Yeah,
and it was crazy. Tuesday nights, and my dad took on 2 jobs, full-time and part-time. Janitor, and so he would in between. He would always stop and check the game. Game over, bam, he jet off, go to work. But yeah, man, and hell, I didn't start. I remember as a kid at that age, even younger, my mom and my dad, my older brother, older sister, one of my older brothers and older sister, they would go to the high school game to watch my late older brother play. And so it was me and my younger brother and my younger sister. We would always be with the grandparents. So, they grew up holding this church. They take us to church on Friday night. Man, I cried, because I wanted to go to football games. So finally, when we got old enough to go to the high school football game, because in Thomasville, them small towns, man, Friday night football was big in North Carolina.
Yeah, baby. I'm telling you. That's where everybody at.
Yeah. Man, we watch the kickoff, but after that, man, me and some guys would get down and, right there in the little grassy area while the game was going on, play tackle football, and didn't know who won at the end. But yeah, man, just developed love for it. But crazy enough, man, baseball was my first love, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
What position, man?
I played every position. I played from Little League all the way up to junior in high school. And I played every position except for shortstop because you got to be quick. So my first position.
Yes, that's when they on bases. Yeah.
catcher or third base, and then everything else was outfield. But you know, man, coming up, man, I used to pole them things in between them pines, boy. Bang, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What you had?
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you know, hey, if I'd have known baseball would been paying like that, bro, I just did the two sport thing at Clemson, you know.
Yeah. So you was a pitcher. I'm saying so you had a main curveball. What was your favorite pitch?
Fast and run and just crazy. As long as I didn't hit nobody.
Yeah. Yeah. I hit somebody before. It ain't pretty, man. For real.
Hey,
Yeah. So, what age were you playing baseball at? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
are you good? About the same age, man. Same age, man. About the same age, because you know that was
Okay.
rolling whenever the weather turned. So when the weather was turning warm, baseball
Okay. Yep.
was the first sport.
Yeah. That's
Instead of
right.
all winter in the
Yep.
house, the spring hit. I'm talking everybody, and you know it was crazy because, you know, back then, you know, the railroad track run through the small town. So then you decide that's black,
Mm-hmm.
white, but you know we all grew up playing against each other. Then when we got to middle school and high school, you know, everybody became friends, got to know each other, and but yeah, man, we had pretty decent athletes, man, growing up in that area. Um, you know, Piedmont, the Piedmont part of North Carolina, what they call it.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
so when you start playing linebacker in middle school or what?
Yeah, actually, yeah, because I was middle school, then I became offensive guard, and then I was a linebacker. So I'm
Mm,
man, this linebacker thing pretty tight, bro. You know, I get to see everything. I get to run everything.
yeah.
And I just get either the first hit or clean up. But
Ooh.
hitting, man, I mean, back then, you know, thank God I don't have any CTEs or anything that major injuries that you know,
Oh,
other than these.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
man, you know, it was just fun, bro. Yeah, man. It was fun coming up because the guys you played against, you knew. You know, everybody grew up in the neighborhood, down the street, across the tracks. So then when we came to middle school, believe it or not, man, we played 10 games, we won one game. One
Mm.
game. Oh no, I take that back. Middle school, we were 0 win. And freshman year we went 1 win. Sophomore year we went like 10-2. Junior year, that's when we started hitting the playoff. But you know, we had the JV team, so if you were good enough to play varsity, they would move you up on a Friday night. So I had opportunity to play 2 varsity games, and he put me in there early too, bro. Man, I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna dress. Man, we played the school in High Point, North Carolina. The school was High Point Central, and kids,
Okay.
these cats ran a wishbone. And you know, it was about a 60-40% school, but the football team was brothers. And these brothers was six
Mm-hmm.
foot 212. Man, dude, man, 12 boy, he done got that get up speed. Boy, he took my shoulder with him. I made a promise to myself that I was gonna get my body right, get in shape.
Yeah.
I love this game, so I was gonna get my body right for this game. But you
Yeah.
know,
That's right.
stages. You know, your body, you know, you go through that fat boy, then you come back out, then you grow tall, you lose that weight, and then
Yeah.
you get older in high school. Bro, let me tell y'all something, man. When I got to Clemson and I walked through, I couldn't bench press 200 pounds.
What?
Bench press 200 pounds, bro. Couldn't do it. So within 2 weeks, our strength coach was Coach Dostal, late Coach Dostal. And you know, when I came in, you know, he was, you know, comparing to my build with Jeff Davis, but you know, slight taller. And you know,
Mm-hmm.
a mentor, man.
Yep.
Shirley Hallman, which was the linebacker, he came to see me. Buddy King recruited me. Coach Ford came to the house, and you know, he won me over Pat Dye, and because Pat Dye was recruiting me out of East Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I was
Okay.
SEC schools. I had one letter from Southern Cal. Didn't visit. The only school I visited was East Carolina was the first, then Clemson, and then I went to North Carolina A&T just for my mom. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, shoot, bro, I kind of liked it. Oh, North Carolina. I visited University of North Carolina, and but I got to Clemson, man, and it was a different atmosphere, bro. And I was like, boy, when they ran down that hill, man, you know how I feel. KJ,
they got you then, baby. once you roll that rock, baby, it's over. You're ready to sign, baby. Sign.
Dotted line that, bro.
Yeah.
I come from a football family, man. My dad, he was pretty, he tell the stories. He pretty decent. He turned down some scholarships then back in the day, and he come out of high school in the 50s. And, how he turned down, just to stay at home and be a father, back then when he did that. But I was determined actually to lead the state. And, once I, NCAA didn't put a block on your visits there. So,
okay. All right.
Many times you wanted to. So, man. So, I had a coach called Dick Crum. He came to me, he told my dad, he said, yeah, he probably won't play till June. And I told my
What's up, Mario?
That ain't happening. I ain't coming back here. I met Lawrence Taylor and all that, bro. Man.
Oh, AOT, baby.
Yeah.
So he was like, man, he said, hey, man, hope everything work out. You come here and this and that.
Yeah. So you ain't want to play with AOT?
Yeah. So I got a question for you.
What's that? Can you hear me?
He said you didn't want to play with LT?
Well,
yeah.
And see, I was the type of kid that came up. I was gonna be my own person. So.
Yeah, I got you.
Status yet though, y'all. He wasn't at that status yet. He was just one of the guys on the roster. I mean, the guy that was the face of Carolina was this running back, Amos Lawrence. Bro. But man, let me tell you, my freshman year, I signed with Clemson. I went on sign with Clemson. So we hosted UNC. And Lawrence Taylor shut that thing down. He came into the valley, shut that thing down, boy. But yeah, man, I just wanted to be my own, just come into my own. And like I said, I had older brothers to play. I had one that was a running back, and then my younger brother was a free safety. My late older brother was a D tackle, and then I forgot I had another brother, and he played. He was a slot. So I had two brothers that were slot receivers, and then the rest of us were defensive players.
Got a question for you. So when you got to Clemson, out of all the teams that you were getting recruited by, I know back then in that era, HBCUs was winning, sending guys to NFL.
Right.
Clemson atmosphere was about to emerge into what it is now. Who's the guy that took you under their wing when you got to Clemson and kind of persuade you to come there?
Jeff Davis and Perry Tuttle.
Okay.
We were Cut mother and my mom worked together. But I didn't know that at the time. And then I met JD because JD and Tut were roommates. So I met both. Because normally, the process was, whenever they brought you in, they try to pair you up with some of the players on the team, but the ones that was from your state. So you can feel like, hey, okay, everything cool. I like this and that. But yeah, man, he ain't have to sell me on that, bro. I came up in that joint, man. It was 6 of us out of the state of North Carolina signed with Clemson, and all 6 of us played on the North Carolina All-Star team. Kevin Mack, Edgar Pickett and I played linebacker together. Him and Henry, first cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. So Kevin Mack, this guy by the name of Ike Williams, that was the Randy Moss of that time, bro.
He go up and get it, huh?
Yeah, bro. Steve, quarterback. He was a quarterback in high school, but they
converted him. Yeah.
receiver, and then quarterback too. But before he got hurt. But yeah, it was a ton of us. A couple of offensive linemen. That was from surrounding counties in North Carolina. But yeah, man, we Clemson. We came to Atlanta on National Signing Day before it was blown up for National Signing Day. So the picture I sent you guys from in the tie, that was at the high school. And that was during basketball season, when all that up. But everybody came down to Peach Bowl. Clemson was playing in Old Fulton County Stadium. They were playing Baylor. And Mike Singletary was the he was the head buster then. And Clemson had all of us in. Coach Ford met with us individually. The coach took around to meet all the homeboys, and I went down with family. So me, my mom, dad, and two brothers that came down to Atlanta. But it was big, man. I mean, man, boy, that thing was big because I had no intention. Man, I was a sophomore in high school, and I knew I wanted to go to college because all my brothers and sisters did. So then I wanted to get an engineering degree. Other stuff started happening overnight. We going to the playoffs when I was a junior. I came back from a 2-week injury, came back first round playoff, and kind of just going berserk out there, bro. And shoot, man, I wasn't probably about. I come out of high school in 205. My junior year I was 185, and then man, I got to Clemson in 2 weeks. I put on 20 pounds of muscle.
Wow,
20 pounds of muscle, all that, boy. But they had us in there, boy. And man, you're away from home, so you're having a good scholarship, and you was well taken care of, and now it was the life, man. It was the life, and we worked hard, we bust butt, and like Clemson's always do, but But man, we had that hard nose, coach. Boy, we pound every day, bro. We pound
every day,
bro. Let me tell you, we had cats that was packing up, walking off the field. Yes, sir. Wow. Yeah. Man, at one time I was like, man, I'm out of here, man. And then Mickey Andrews was he retired as Florida. Mickey Andrews taught me. He was a He was a DB coach, defensive back coach, and we was going down to eat. He knew, hey, a lot of freshmen home sick. You go through those freshmenitis. He's like, no, man, everything gonna be good, man. You that kind of player, you're gonna be good. And so I ended up playing behind Jeff Davis and some other guys. So, but Jeff was my mentor. We played together. Sometimes I'll go in and we play side by side. Play with guys, Joe Glenn, Bill Smith. That was in 80. Yeah, that was in 80. Something good, bro.
I got a question for you.
Right.
So you guys played, I know Georgia and Clemson playing again this year, right? The home opener. What was it like playing against Herschel Walker in your day?
Man, and you know what? It's crazy because it wasn't that big of a deal because he hadn't up to until they played Tennessee and they ran over Bill Bates. Because what a lot of people don't know, Herschel already committed to Clemson because he was there every week. He came out of high school the same, and Herschel was the man. I mean, and we was down here, like I was telling you, we was down here in Atlanta at the Baylor, the Peach Bowl, and then you can see where the news. At the last minute, bro, and which man, it worked out for him. But I mean, to answer your question, we kicked the ball off. We was down in Georgia. We kicked the ball off, and I was on all the special team back then. So I'm hauling tail up. Ain't nobody touching. I'm like, okay, ain't nobody touching. So he got like running, and because he wasn't finesse, man. He was just one of them guys where bam, he'll hit you, keep rolling. So he stepped to the side, so bam, just stepped right into that body, man, brought him down. It wasn't, man, big deal, bro. Big deal. I was a man then.
That's what I'm talking about.
I see you got a highlight hitting Munson and trying to dive over the pylon.
Man, listen, check this out. So look, I remember that play like it was yesterday. So it was 3rd and short. Okay. So I knew that they were running that play because watching film, you knew on the 3rd and short, they go behind a strong side. And so he came and you Rob flying over the top. Big Rob, 6'5", 305 then, bro. And then, Fred then was down in there. So me and Keith Williams were the linebackers. So I went to touch it. And I thought, I'm thinking in my head in 3 seconds, okay, I'm going to jump. Because by the time if I jump across the line, I'll catch him before he even fit even leave the ground. So then, it's one of them things where, okay, he finna bounce this out. But it was one of them things where it was like bam, bam. So, he jumped and then about half a second, I was like, God, man, I missed timing. So I went on in there and tried to yoke him. And but yeah, that was man, I'm gonna tell you now, that Georgia Clemson rivalry was stronger than that Carolina rivalry, bro.
Yeah,
big time.
Speaking of, how many times y'all beat Carolina? You were there.
We beat Carolina 3 times. Because they beat us at home when I was a freshman. That was Lawrence Taylor, senior year, and then I know we beat them up in Carolina. Check that, but I know that I have a game ball now because I was a captain when we played them here at home. They had and all them guys, and Eaton Horton was a 6'5" tailback, y'all. Quarterback in high school, 6'5" tail. Kelvin Bryant before he played against Kelvin Bryant, and if you go Kelvin Bryant, the backs back then was 6'2", 6'3", y'all, 225. And man, if you didn't catch them cats coming out the backfield, oh man, you might as well listen.
Yeah, you better have a good start.
Cancel Christmas, man.
Yeah. Hey man, how was it watching Ray Williams play, man, and Terrence Flagler, all those guys, man, Terrence Rulak.
Look. I watched Rulak's show, right? And tell you what, man, it's good to see. Man, anytime we go through death, trauma, whatever, I went through it at an early age too. But anytime we go through that, man, God's word is true. He ain't gonna never leave you, man. He ain't gonna never leave you. But he would. It's gonna be a time of sorrow. But he Roulette come out of that thing, boy, with what he experienced. Because while I was at Clemson, my mother passed away, and she had passed away. Let me tell y'all, I got a phone call that night around about 11 o'clock. Then I got a phone call 5:30 in the morning. My sister was telling me I ain't have no transportation to get home. I had to borrow one of the teammate cars to get home. And, you get home and then your mom passed away. But I understand. Man, then we're all human, man. We're gonna go through our challenges, but just how you man, you come out and you come out through support.
That's right.
Support and love, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, but because man, I've experienced a lot of that in my family at a young age. My late older brother played A&T. I was in 6th grade. He just bam, yeah. He just man. Then grandparents and aunties and uncles. So man, I've experienced a lot of that, which we do. Most people do as human, but man, it's how you overcome. Because I remember when I came back to play in the spring game after my mom's funeral, my coach was like, "Man, what are you doing, man? You gotta do this, man." Bro, that's the only thing that'll keep my mind off of it. And kind of just man, you just work your way through it.
Cool.
It's tough.
Yeah, man, bro, that's my man right there, boy. Oh, Ray, man, bro, you gotta love his spirit with the things he went through, man.
Yes. Telling you.
You can't let, and man, I'm gonna tell you, man, we can't let the enemy bring you down.
You cannot.
Because it's out there, man. He's out there. But and I don't want to get off into another tangent, but man, if we keep the faith and keep prayerful up, man, bro, that's the strength, bro.
That's right.
Yeah, but man, no, life is good, man. Life is good. I'm gonna promote y'all, bro. Cause listen, check this out.
Talk to me.
Do this thing international. See what I'm saying? Because with all this social media out there, Snapchat and all that, you start connecting with other athletes in other countries because they got a story, bro. They got a story. So man, everybody got a story. So if you reach out to somebody else and somebody else watching the show, boom, they hear the story. I'm like, oh snap, boom. So it ain't just me going this, somebody else. And then with a lot of challenges that our young people face today, there's a lot of things on their mind, bro. I mean, it's just, everybody got to stay lifted up and in the same direction, up.
Good spirits, right?
Mm-hmm. This thing gonna be blessed international, man. I feel that, bro. I already see.
Thank you, man.
Already, man.
We received that.
Thank you,
and, man. And keep doing it. Anything I can do to send some guys your way, I will. Guys, ladies, young, old, especially.
Yeah.
Talked about last night, the young cat coming to high school, they don't know where to turn, man.
They don't know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They need some guys. Yeah.
Pick one.
What's going on, Edgar?
What's up?
Big. Look, Pick and I was recruited at the same time by Buddy King. And so Pick and so they grew up down the street from me, right? Which is in Lexington. So Buddy King would run from Thomasville to Lexington, even when me and Edgar and them played like the same night. Because high school ball played at the same time. So he in Lexington, I'm in Thomasville. So King would go sit with my parents and say, hey, Lee, I gotta go check out Edgar. Then they go Edgar. Then they tell his parents, hey, I gotta leave. I gotta go check out Chuck. And boy, that joke worked this man and roommates actually. The freshman.
Ooh, that's what's up.
So I mean, man, we had
that's what's up.
That would take care of us, big time North Carolina. Yeah. Yeah.
I got a little footage right here for you, Chuckie. You guys playing against the Gamecocks in '84. I guess the Gamecocks had a good game that day. That's probably the one that y'all lost, but you was all over the field that game, and I got a glimpse at your speed and your pursuit to the ball. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up and let the people watching get to check you out a little bit for those that don't know you. Okay?
Out there busting them up. No, yeah.
All right.
it himself. Touchdown.
Man,
guys
like
lost by 1 point. It was like a fight out there. I mean, for real. You guys was taking it personal.
Yeah, boy. Frazier Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Here's what's crazy. That was the only game. That's the only time when I played against Carolina that I didn't have a good one. Because my sophomore year, I had a damn good, and that was the one I was trying to find for y'all, man. And then in 83, I had an INT down in Carolina. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, but before I would pull them up. And then, because it's crazy. I do have them on DVDs here, but shit, don't nobody play DVD no more, bro.
I know. For real, man. So what it was like playing against George Rogers those 2 previous years? Because he was like the Heisman.
So I played against him 1 year, right? And no, that's right. That's right. It was 2. So look, check the no, because he was a senior my freshman year. So of course Coach. A lot of people don't know. George and Herschel never scored against Clemson the whole time we played against him.
Lockdown.
Right. So yeah, man. And so man, I used to tell George this at the golf tournament. Ray used to hook it up where it's Clemson and Carolina golf. And so we sitting around one night, and it was everybody just got there Friday. Golf tournament was Saturday. We sitting around smoking stogies, man, and having a little drink. And so I said, George, man, I'm gonna tell you something funny. There's a bunch of guys sitting around. I said, man, I was a freshman, and I started that game, and I knew you guys were gonna be coming at me. And a tall sweep. The fullback was lead. I was outside linebacker. I made my way around the fullback, around the block. George came around, and I dove after his ankles, man, with my eyes closed. Next thing I know, man, I heard him come to his hey, Chuckie Richardson back. I'm like, Dad. So man, I said, so George, I tackled you with my eyes closed, so that means you didn't have no kind of yeah. And that was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that was big dude. I'm telling you, man, them backs back then was 6'3", 225, 230.
Man, toting mail, baby.
Running. Man, we have just like the Clemson defense. KJ, bro. That Clemson defense sound, boy. Gotta be, man. Clemson. I don't know what they did as far as recruiting and signing for linebackers, but they got that hole in that linebacker. They got that hole in. Them boys are gonna have to grow up. They be man child. And quit trying to compensate on their weakness by blitzing them. Yeah, at certain times, make them dudes man up, man.
Yeah.
Man up. Because game night, me, Johnny, and Trip, we'll call each other and say, man, what the hell's going on with the linebackers, man? Them dudes grabbing, rock it out, whatever. And I'm like, bro, this don't even look right.
Yeah.
So
your freshman year, you get to Clemson in 80, and 81, you guys win the national championship against Nebraska. Roger Craig was the starting running back. Talk about how electrifying he was, and the 1981 national championship game in the Orange Bowl.
Bro, that thing there was off the chain. I think everybody was nervous. Coach Ford, everybody was nervous. It was different. I mean, it wasn't like when you was recruited by Clemson, you signed, you didn't sign thinking that, oh man, this team will go now. Like kids now, they sign in Clemson because, oh man, I'm gonna get me a ring. So it was something, we just had that foundation, man. man, we had that. We had the coaches had that foundation. The players had that unity and that foundation. The seniors had that leadership foundation.
Yeah, that's important.
And you couldn't do nothing but follow. And I mean, back then, at any given time, you can get thrown in the game. Now, man, they may play somebody a whole game, not even rotate nobody. And I'm like, man, somebody getting their butt beat.
Yeah.
But man, we had patience. Like I said, that coaching foundation, man, them boys, man, they were right. Because they brought their old core. Coach Ford had this thing. I show you the late Tom Humphreys. He been everywhere. He been Carolina, Virginia. He was mastermind. I mean, this dude, that day, y'all, man, the picture that I seen where I'm talking with Coach Harper on the sideline. So the other team called timeout. Yeah. Then I said, so Coach, what's up, man? What we gonna run? So he said, hold on for a minute. He said, I'm gonna wait, let the camera come. That's the kind of guy he was. So, back then on the sideline, man, them dudes smoked cigarettes on the sideline, right? So
Shoot.
Coach Harper ran the defense, but Coach Ford, as a head coach, you want to get in what's going on. And Coach Harper said, "Okay, here he is. Here he come. Here come the cameraman." He said, "Go ahead and pose." I'm like, "All right, man. I'm tired." He's sitting there. We pose for the camera, man. But to go back, I'm telling you, man, we Clemson got good coaches. I ain't gonna take that away from them. Always have. I know that was a down period one time, and but other than that, man, the boys back on top, man. The boys back on top. They just. I think a lot of the challenge is that them guys live off campus, so they live away from each other for the majority. But back with Malden Hall, we were in one housing unit.
That's right. That's right, man.
You my brother. You my brother. You my brother.
Yeah.
Other back, and it wasn't. We wasn't racially divided. Because I mean, shoot, I talk to guys like Danny Triplett all the time. And, we Facebook other guys, and I talked to some other guys in the past. But and then a lot of times when Clemson playing, you may run into them at the game or whatever. But it was that brotherhood, bro. It was the brotherhood.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, so how was it getting ready for the NFL? You said you played for the Indianapolis Colts, right?
That was one of them things, man, where, and it's almost like the walk-on type status when you're undrafted free agent, because they already, NFL already know who they want. Well,
yeah, you got their picks.
Be that player or not, we're in. But time, because I was actually, when I was a sophomore, y'all, at Clemson, we was running the middle drill, and my linebacker coach told me, he said, "Hey, man, that 49er scout was inquiring about you, but I told him that you was only a sophomore." And then one of my teammates told me, because Reggie Pleasant was one of the guys who told me, he said, "Hey, man," he said that San Francisco 49er scout was, man, he was heavy on you, man, like your feet work, like your toughness. But back then you couldn't leave early. I mean, and if we could have, then I don't think I would have been mature enough to handle a grown man.
Yeah.
I would have, believe it or not, I found a way because when I was a freshman, we got in on the it was a middle drill, and so we were slanting to the gaps, and I was just making it happen. So Coach Ford was like, "Shoot, man, I got a freshman to play. Anybody else gonna join him?" And I mean, just going in there knocking heads, because as a freshman, you start out playing with fear, because dude, I'm lined up against first team offensive lineman. Here I am, a daggone freshman, 220, barely 220, and 225 up and down, and I know I can't take them on one-on-one, so let me use my burst speed, so I used burst speed to get in the back, and my mission was to make my contact behind the line of scrimmage. That was my mission all the way through the time I started playing, because, I mean, we played it out in the yard, And the mission was you weren't gonna score, but I'm gonna hit you before you hit me. So I had that same instinct, playing at Clemson, and I remember my first college game. We played Rice, and Rice was the home game, and then we went to Georgia and played Georgia the second week. But I lined up outside linebacker. I went from inside to outside because Bill Smith got hurt, and Willie Anderson moved me over. Him and Coach Ford moved me over to the outside, and it was me and Joe Glenn rotating there. And I lined up against this guy. He was tallest tight end I ever seen. This guy was like 6'7".
Wow.
Gronkowski. Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna beat him. So my quickness off the burst was okay. I'm lining up on the strong side, so I know they're coming at me, and I know they're coming this way. So my instinct when that ball snap, it's just that first burst, bam, get to where I need to be. Then I'm sitting, and when you get there, then you want to keep going. But I was always a technique player where I kept my feet up, I kept my head on the swivel. And then when I hit, I wrap up and I just go through it, try to go through it. Man, we had this in the high school. It was an equipment where it was spring loaded. It was a big old bag, spring loaded, and you had to push it back to lock it. So when you hit that spring, that thing come down that line. And if you didn't, if your feet weren't right, and if you didn't hit it right, the bag was one of the bags that'll spin around if your technique wasn't right. Bro, I was locking the thing up because I'm like, man, if this thing knocked me out, and back then, man, we were face first on that bag, and that bag be coming down.
Yeah, it would have knocked you out, man.
Yeah, man, you had to run and meet it, man. Them things that boy was outlaw, man. Break somebody's neck these days.
Wow.
Dang, before you even get on the field.
Yeah, but locking up, and you know what? That to be physical taught me sound technique with my feet, out my pass. And still today, kids don't know what that means. When I was coaching regularly, I said, and I'll tell these boys when I did some middle school, I'm like, man, play behind your pass, man. Even, running back. What that mean? Mean keep your feet up on you. Keep your head on.
Keep your feet up on you and lower the boom. Yeah.
That's it. Well, I can coach.
Yeah.
All about relationship, boy. I tell you, man, if I line my coach, boy, I had a boy ready, boy, every game.
All right. Yep. I used to love linebacker. I played outside myself, man. I used to just love going from sideline to sideline, especially when the tailback going on that sweep.
Yeah, that sweep.
He got to turn and square up. If I get to that corner before he turn and square his shoulders, it's a wrap, because he gotta square up in order to dip them shoulders to get a little something.
Hey, JC.
Yeah. So as long as I'm in front of that front shoulder, I got him.
That's it. So look, you here in Atlanta, right? And what I want to know, because Clemson is in a little small country town, right, KJ? So I mean, it wasn't. If you want to go to a big city, we were close to
Charlotte,
but we can go to Charlotte, which was so. Since I was, when I met my wife, she's from Atlanta, man. We just come out here and go to Dominique Club, Dion Club, and hang out, and Atlanta kind of grew on me then. But but after my trial, I went back to school. I graduated, started my career in Nashville, Tennessee, as a sales rep for a food company, and did that. Nashville growing, man, because I didn't know Nashville. Man, Nashville done boomed so hard now, man. It's I won't even recognize it, but yeah, man, it's JC, man, you playing down here in Atlanta, boy, man, y'all, back then, boy. But hey, KJ, y'all better be glad there wasn't no Club Nickies down here.
It was Club Nickies, yeah.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Take us back, baby.
You talking about Columbia Drive? Yes, sir. Yeah.
Look at him.
Huh?
You talking Jazzy T down there on Columbia Drive?
Oh yeah, that's Jazzy T's. My bad. But yeah, Club Nickies. I heard about it. I think I've been there before. I just can't remember because there's so many of them. I done,
tickets. It was one downtown, and they built a fire station on it now. The mayor closed it down because that's freaking to a freak now, right? And then it was another one off Memorial. It was down there with some other spots, but probably folks watching. I don't want them things.
Yeah. Hey, so let me ask you this: you was actually sacking and tackling Boomer aside, and then you end up playing on the team with him. Talk about that a little bit.
No. Boomer. No. The guy that was a quarterback then was a dude from Ohio State that did all the gambling.
Y'all. Maurice.
No, that's before his time.
Oh,
he talking about a quarterback. I can't remember who that would have been.
Now, playing against Boomer in college, man, that big dude, bro, that was a big dude.
He a big guy.
That dude was big, bro. Strong left-handed quarterback. Strong, and man, Maryland.
I heard y'all put up 82 on him.
No, that was Wake Forest.
Oh, Wake Forest.
Okay.
We had the 4th and 5th. We had scout team in there scoring. Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I mean, Coach Ford cleared the bench then, and 82-point, man. He's like, I'm gonna keep this thing rolling. I'm gonna see how this thing will roll. Craig Crawford bust one for 79 yards. That was before. That's when he was a running back, but he moved to linebacker after then. But Craig Crawford took that thing, boy. Fell out.
Wow.
That joker, boy, didn't know he had that kind of speed.
Word.
Left everybody.
Dang.
Yeah. We man, Clemson, man, but we had years, man. Good years down in Clemson. We didn't get exposed like the Miami Hurricane. Now, if we'd have been would have got exposed like them.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we went to Miami to play in the national championship, so we was in Florida for like 2 weeks. And we stopped at Daytona Beach for practice. Then we went to Miami. Boy, that thing that turned to a real party.
That's when them boys was red hot in Atlanta. Miami in the 80s, mid 80s. Two Live Crew.
Look, big time. Look. So one night, man, we had all kind of parties that they were bringing us to, and we had dressed up. So they took us to the Playboy Lounge. So we had the black tie and jacket up in that joint. And it was just us. It was just the Clemson football. No outsiders. No. That thing. We went in and they shut it down just for us. And they had all the Playboy banners up in that joint.
What? Yes, sir.
There was a party for both organizations down in Miami at a country club, very exclusive high-end country club. And, being 19 and 20, 21 years old, dude, they laid it out. Man, them bowl games lay it out for you, bro.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
By this one being a national, man, that thing was crazy. And then the following year, we was invited to go play Wake Forest over in Tokyo. And so it was Wake Forest and Clemson on the same plane. We flew together over there from Atlanta to Anchorage, from Anchorage to Tokyo. But we got there. Grambling Band was there because basically what they was trying to do was promote football. And they were trying to promote HBC and, United States college football, NCAA. It was very well organized, man. We played in the old 64 Olympic Stadium, and it was full. It was sold out. So they had the people that was on our side in orange pom-poms, and then they had people on the side Wake Forest. So we were actually playing that game, and we knew we was going to win the ACC championship. That was the final game for us to cap the ACC championship. But man, we had a ball over there, y'all. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, man, Japan laid it out for us, big time. And see, Grambling Band was there for like 2 weeks. We were there for a week. But bro, that's the world. And for you to be outside the country at that age and experience other culture. It was awesome, man. It was awesome.
Hey, tell us about your sons though, man. One of them played at Clemson in I think 2008, and your other one at Georgia Southern, I guess, played tight end or something, right?
That's right, Chris. Chris played under Tommy Bowden for 2 years.
Oh, Tommy Bowden, okay, all right.
Plays last
year. Yeah.
And so he's now in law enforcement. But he played outside linebacker at Clemson. And then Ellis, my youngest son. Of course, I had a daughter that's in between the boys. But she was athletic too as well. Played volleyball, ran track.
Right. What's up?
Yes. On the Valdosta. She was down in Valdosta, finished out. And then Ellis came out when he came out of high school. He had a long journey, bro, because the high school he was at didn't have when you get to high school, don't have the right coaches to kind of promote the players and that. And he was a quarterback, didn't have receivers. He was throwing mostly to the wheel routes with the running backs coming out, and then he was running this and that. And he was that. You can see that that the football was evolving to the dual threat type, and he was more of a dual threat, but he had a big arm too as well. But anyhow, the recruiting piece changed, and then he went to a JUCO to get re-recruited. Then he ended up at Alabama State for a year, turned it out. Just didn't like the environment. Well, just didn't like the coaches. He loved the environment school, but the coaches. Then that's when he transferred over to Georgia Southern, and he really wanted to play linebacker, and they wanted him to stick. Because he said, well, with this quarterback thing, he said, I'm 6'3", 235. Man, I'm a big target. So look like they're going to do this wishbone thing. I'm going to change position. I'm like, go ahead and do what make you comfortable. And so he was choosing more of a linebacker, but the head coach at the time called him and said, hey, man, we want you inside the ball because, you bring a lot to the offense.
Yeah, Cam Newton.
And so, he did his thing there and went to Chicago in 2019 on draft free agent, got up there for a minute, the last cut. But, he just one of them things where, hey, I want to move on with my career, this and that. And I'm like, man, that's crazy, man, because, that was the same process that I went through as well. But yeah, man, they like I said, we got a football family. And, check this out, guys. It is something I never pushed on them boys, man, because that's what they wanted to do. And, I said, listen, if you're going to do that, you got to get your mind right. You got to be all in.
Yeah.
So I would bring them up to the Clemson camps and this and that. But yeah, man, it was them boys. They did their thing, got their free education, which was the mission.
Yeah, that was important.
Cool. So, what's your advice to the college kids coming up right now? Aspirations to go to the NFL. You got social media out there, big distraction out there nowadays, something that you guys didn't have. What's your advice for a student athlete playing football?
First, as an athlete, make sure you got your character in check, because that's gonna be important. Because whether your football career stands through the NFL or college level, or either at the high school level for some. Make sure you start thinking early what you want to do in life, because, I would even got my degree and finished playing and this and that. I got a teacher's degree. I never wanted to teach because the pay wasn't right. But with these days, there's so much opportunities for entrepreneurship. If you want to be that guy that go in and work with a team, corporate America is good. You just choose something where I would say choose something first that's your passion, because I think. That can be some of our struggles sometimes if we don't follow our purpose. And so if you don't follow your purpose and you're out there just trying.
That's right.
And man, in situations where man, you got to feed the family. You just got to go. You got to go get that. And you got to eat. You got to feed the family if you got a family. But I would say at an early age, find your passion, stick with it. Now, corporate America was good for me because, it took care of the family, provide benefits. You had your little 401k. It actually, gave you other skill sets that when I went to other companies, all the skill sets, football instilled a lot of work ethics. So being as a student athlete at Clemson, that's going to steal a lot of work ethic. So that's going to be important because if you decide to be an entrepreneur, if you go to work for somebody, the stuff people skills that you instill, that you inherit, that you I won't say create, but that's going to be a natural to you because a lot of companies out there that actually bring student athletes into their organization, they know that this guy's going to bring that team work atmosphere, and he's going to bring that winning.
That's right.
Going to bring that motivation. He's going to have that will to win. He or she is going to have that will to win. So, I would, and, I told my boys, man, my oldest son, when he was sophomore in college, I asked him what he wanted to do for a living. He didn't know. So I said, well, here's some good options for the future. I said, supply chain or federal law enforcement. I said, those would be good. I said, not because that's what I wanted to do, but I said, I know you're my blood. And, you ain't that salesperson, you want a salesperson, but he jumped in. I got him hooked up with a food company. He decided that wasn't for him. And then so I reached out to one of my ex-teammates that was in federal law enforcement. I said, hey, try that, man. Try it. Oh, man, he loved it. He loved it. So, then, I got my daughter, student athlete, too, as well. She decided not to do corporate America. She did it for 2 years and decided to go get a master's in teaching. She's a very successful teacher here in Atlanta Public School.
Congratulations.
And youngest son, like I said, he did the NFL thing in the pandemic. He slowed everything down where he wanted to be and what he wanted to do. But now he's actually he'll be starting with the police. I mean, not police, the fire department. So, yeah, man, he decided, that's what he wanted to do. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to support y'all, man. Whatever y'all want to do is right. Do it right. Do it right. And so, now I said, hey, man, it's time to do me, work for corporate America. Like I mentioned to you, JC, I said, becoming an entrepreneur, always been entrepreneur spirit. So currently right now, I'm in 3.5 months as a business owner, commercial cleaning, janitor. There's something I did with my dad coming up. And I'm like, man, that's always, where there's building, there's always opportunity. But the most important thing is for me, not to be an entrepreneur, but to provide jobs for other people.
That's right.
That's what's up.
Basically, man, I just tell the young kids, find your passion. Find your passion. Find your passion.
That's the key.
Yeah, because roadblocks. Because I'm telling you, man, I'm 3 months in, man, and you got to go get it. It's gonna be a lot of doors closed, but you keep that.
Keep going.
It's gonna drive that into your livelihood, man. Don't give up. Keep rolling. Keep your head on the swivel. Network with people, positive people. Network with people that find your mentor.
That's right, man.
Find your, but man, I say that to any young man and woman of any nationality. Find your passion. Don't get lost.
That's right. Don't
get
lost in the sauce.
We do take that chance. Every step ain't gonna be successful, bro. Every step is not gonna be successful. Yeah. Say, okay, this didn't work. Here's what I'm gonna work. Then, if you feel like, okay, I need some help, you got prayer first, and then, let everything else guide you, and surround yourself with positive people, man. And just life is not promised. Towards the next day, we only have this one time on earth, but make it work, bro. Make it work. And that's why I take my hat off, man. You guys are creative, man. I love you, man. Man, you guys, man, I love to see you too, man. I can do reach down and help you motivate, because I'm gonna do it anyhow. You ain't gotta ask me. So I'm hey, look, man. Right here, right here. Baby.
Yeah.
But if anything, but KJ, man, look like, man, you found your passion, bro. You looking good, man.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
That with you, Jermaine, JC, G.
Yes, sir.
You guys gotta be tight, man, because y'all making this thing work.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't even that Johnny Carson late night show thing, but we can get there. But
yes, we can get there.
But that you got that concept going, bro. You got it going. So this is. I mean, you guys watch HBO when LeBron them be sitting in the shop talking. So your thing, take this thing.
Yep.
Everybody that you done interview, get the feedback. Get feedback. Get feedback on viewers, everything. And I mean, you're gonna get guys and ladies that's gonna come in. They're gonna be real. They're gonna be. They just, and there's people out there that want their voice, man. They want their voice to help and reach out what we're supposed to do.
That's right.
So, and it was just on my mind today. I'm driving back home. I'm thinking, man, them brothers can take this thing international, boy. Because I mean, you got these folks now that's going.
Boy, I'm telling you now.
My name, Jermaine. My name KJ. Here's what we do. Check this link out. I'd like to invite you while you over in Tokyo just to speak a couple minutes. And all that salesmanship, right? So then
that's right.
Guys got their personality and reach out to them. I mean, out of athletes over there in Japan right now, come on, bro. Look, that 80-20 rule. You reach out there, 100 of them, or 80 of them, 20% of them going to respond.
Yeah, you got that right, man. That's a salesman right there.
Numbers game.
People game. Because I mean, this thing, communication and people getting people, and then man, love to be exposed. Everybody on social media, folks can't even come to work. They looking at other people's stuff.
Tell it like it is, man.
Why are you interested in looking at other people's stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, my little hey, love watching other kids play on YouTube. Bro, who'd ever thought?
Yeah.
Yeah, my son, man.
His son, he'll get off the game and go watch somebody on YouTube play the same game he just got off.
Look, man. And see, that's why I want to change the atmosphere. Bringing out those. Hey, Oprah did. Oprah be outside on the bench, don't she?
Yeah, she sure do.
Yep.
Well, that kind of remind me of work. If I got to zoom in, I'm at work. I'm in the office, the map behind me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I tell you, I like that background, man.
And I want people, the athletes or the people, see that, okay, man, these guys can, and I was, doing a pool room and then, sitting at my bar that I made and shooting pool TVs. I said, man, let me change the scenery a little bit. As long as, they ain't at the downtown flame in the background going on, then you're good.
Yeah. Any shout outs you want to give anybody before we leave?
Yeah, man, I'm getting a shout out to all my
former coaches, teammates.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All guys, man, my brothers, man, that from 1985 and up. Much love to you, brother. But look, KJ and I connected because Ren would some of the guys. She knew I was from corporate Brown, so she was guys. Real, can you help them? And of course, in my group text, but I would reach out. So I reached out to KJ, introduced myself. He never met in person. We never met in person. Then we just started talking about family. At the time, when my kids were coming out of high school. Because Ella was in high school, right, KJ?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so we kind of bonded. And then, once he got into school, I kind of lost contact, and then y'all created this, man. I'm like, oh, there go my man. There go my man. That's what's up, man.
That's right, man. Black, baby.
Yes, sir. Well, Chuckie, man, we appreciate you coming on the show, man. You brought a lot of energy, a lot of insight about life, life after football, the importance of having a passion and staying and being dedicated to your craft. That's a very important message for the kids. Consistency is the key.
Right.
And I appreciate you letting that out, letting everybody know, man. We here at the Sports Shop, we always say, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. That's our motto.
Right.
So, I'll drink to that too. You know, happy 4th of July to you.
Before,
you know,
man.
Go
have
hard.
a little water right here.
Oh, go
Yes,
hard.
sir.
All right, much love.
Yes, sir. No problem. Well, you guys have tuned into another edition of Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Colter. To the far right, Kevin Johnson, KJ. And we'd like to thank today's special guest, former linebacker from Clemson University, class of 84, national champion, and former Indianapolis Colts, Chuckie Richardson.
Chuck Richardson, man. Thank you,
Right.
man.
Just like I said before, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That's right.
You guys be safe out there through the holidays. Drive safe, drink responsibly, wear your mask, and we'll see you next time. All right?
Take care of one another.
Peace.
Peace.